Hi everyone, and welcome to day 5 of our Vlogmas series, where I'm sharing one recipe every day up until Christmas Day. Today's recipe is a really fun one because we're making pizza. This pizza recipe is so good. It has the perfect crust, and after making this, you're never gonna want to buy pizza ever again. To make the crust, start by adding water, yeast, flour. I use bread flour for my pizza recipes. I also added oil, sugar, and salt. That's all the ingredients you need for the perfect crust. And the exact measurements and recipe is going to be in the description box below. I like to mix with a wooden spoon first just because the dough is a bit sticky, and then after mixing, when the dough comes together a bit, I use my hand to knead. If you have a stand mixer, you can definitely use that. Add all the ingredients to the stand mixer and knead for about 5 to 10 minutes. If you're kneading by hand, you'll need to knead it for about 15 minutes or longer, depending on how fast you are. Knead until the dough is smooth, and then add a little bit of oil to the bowl. Add the dough back in, and we're going to cover this and let it rest until it's doubled in size. Depending on the temperature of where you are, it should take anywhere between 40 minutes to 90 minutes. If you're in a warmer environment, it should take a shorter time, and if you're in a colder environment, it will take a longer time. When the dough has doubled in size, deflate and divide it into 2 pieces. This pizza recipe makes 2 medium pizzas, but you can halve the recipe to make just 1 or even double to make more. After dividing, roll the individual dough to form a dough ball. Here I'm just adding a bit of flour to the surface so it doesn't stick. Cover with plastic wrap and allow to rest for about 20 minutes. The reason for this is so the gluten can relax, so it's easier to shape. Before shaping, add a little bit of flour to your work surface so the dough doesn't stick. Next, use your fingers to press the dough gently to widen it. You can also use a rolling pin to do this, but I find that it's just easier to use your fingers. You can also shape the dough by stretching it gently on both sides like this. I'm making a medium-sized pizza, which is going to be about 12 inches. When you get to your desired size, transfer the dough to a pizza pan. After you do that, just continue stretching the dough so it fits the pan perfectly. I also like to press the edges like this so the pizza gets a good crust. After doing that, I'm going to poke the pizza with a fork several times, and this is just so that it doesn't puff up when it's baking. And we do the same thing to pies so it doesn't bust open when it's baking. After poking many holes, add the pizza sauce. For the pizza sauce, I usually just use a store-bought one, but if you want a recipe for a homemade pizza sauce, I'm going to provide it in the description box. Next, add the cheese. I'm using just mozzarella cheese for this pizza. I used about 1.5 cups of cheese, but you can add as much cheese as you like depending on how cheesy you like your pizza. Next, go in with the topping. I'm making a simple pepperoni pizza, so I'm just adding the pepperoni slices. If you want to make a chicken pizza, I have a video uploaded on that, so you can check that out. Transfer the assembled pizza to the oven. Make sure your oven is already preheated. For pizza, you want to bake at a very high temperature. So I usually bake at 450 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 minutes. If you don't like it as brown, you can reduce the time to 8 or 9 minutes. And if you want to make this without an oven, I do have a no oven pizza uploaded on my page. Once the pizza is out, slice it while it's still hot with a pizza cutter and enjoy. Notice how beautiful the crust came out. Like I mentioned, after making this recipe, you're never gonna want to buy pizza again. If you plan to make just one pizza, you can save the second half of the pizza dough in the fridge for up to 3 days. Or you can save in the freezer for up to 3 months with constant power. That's it for the pizza recipe. I really hope you get to try this recipe. I promise you're going to love it. We're finished with day 5. Thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already, and make sure you're back here tomorrow for a brand new recipe.